I'm doing it. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to get us started today. Partly because, unfortunately, I have found out my favorite. So, like somebody said, you can do a song and dance, and no, I'm not going to do a song and dance, but yeah. Bear with me just a minute because my computer is, yeah. As children, my computer is a little bit disabled that way. I only have like a third. Yeah, so I'm going to have us start with. I was going to go down to what I've been giving you guys now the whole week. So the only thing you really need to know is that murder mystery is Saturday, and then summer reading starts May 30th. And I'm going to have Alicia come and talk about adult summer reading as soon as she's done. So, and then we have children's. I'll tell you a little bit about children's. Just so you know, starts May 30th. We're going to have a bounce house out on the lawn. We confirmed that, and staff Katie's been working on it really hard, and some of us are giving her ideas and putting it together, and then we'll help her in a couple of weeks to put it all together. But the kickoff starts May 30th, and kids will sign up for the challenge game. They don't have to sign up for story time and things like that. They just have to sign up for the different games and then challenge games. And then we have presentations. We have the Nature Cat presented by PBS coming on June 10th and June 20th. We have the Sedgwick Zoo. So that's what we're going to do this year. A little bit, one or two less advanced. We just thought also because it started with Judy being gone and a new person coming on, we're going to do it a little different. Each afternoon for kids that are signed up for the challenge game, we have 8 stages and they get to do crafts. So everything that's in their challenge game, they have the opportunity to come and do it downstairs and get help. Because not all of our kids have parents who are either working full time or maybe they don't have what it takes to make the project. So we don't want kids to say, well, see, we can't do this because I'm not going to go out and buy blah, 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 blah. Instead, bring your child, let them come and make the craft and make the thing down in the library and learn to use your library. So that's what we're doing with the aid station. And then on Mondays and Fridays, the basement will also be open for just free play or free games and things like that. And then story time for 3 to 5 years old and 3-year-olds will be at their normal time at 10:15. And that's part of summer reading with the theme of adventure in the library. So we'll be doing that for summer for the children, and we'll have more information on that. And if Alicia wants to come and tell us about adult summer readings, we would. She's going to make a game for you guys plus other things.
So yeah, the adult and teen summer reading program, we're going to do a tic-tac-toe game. I have different adventure things to do for each tic-tac-toe, and then you get one of those where Phil, you can come into the library, and then I have your name will be put in a drawing, and then you can also rate the book that you read on how adventurous it was. And then or I'm going to do something a little bit different. Usually when you signed up for the adult teen summer reading program, you got in your little packet. You're going to take off the fines. This year, if you bring back the tic-tac-toe game completely filled out, you will get one of those cards and you won't have any fines till the end of the year. So those were all wiped off if you had that. Of course, it doesn't go for lost or damaged books. And then I'm also going to try to do breakfast with books again. I know Nancy did that a couple of weeks ago. So we're gonna try to do that to showcase all of our new items this summer into the library. And then I'm also going to try to do a cupcake decorating contest, which I'll have to register for that. So, and then prizes. So, and then for the adult teams, I'm going to do tic-tac-toe game. There will be a grand prize and then some small prizes because to businesses in Fulton.
What did you do for the gift card last year?
I believe for the gift cards last year, we did moped, scooters, JMBB Market, and Eldos, yeah.
So you have quite an opportunity to get a free gift card if you go to part of the tic-tac-toe game.
And so, yeah, sign up begins May 30th.
And she's working hard at it. And I know one of the scores will be adventure with the book, and the book will be wrapped up, and you can take the book and figure out what it is. So we're kind of excited about that. One of our youth said, "Oh, I want to do what we did in February, which was blind date with the book." And so I'm like, "Well, we're not going to make it blind date, but we'll make it an adventure." So she's going to, the young person who's kind of an eighth grader, so is going to kind of wrap all of the book and the children's. So that's kind of fun to get other people involved. Get as many people involved as we can. So as we want you to participate. If you just want to read a book, you can do that. You don't have to sign us. But and this goes through July 30th. Okay. So that's one thing. And then that's a big thing. Now our guest speaker's not coming today because something got screwed up between humanities, him and I. He said he would do it. We put out our information. I got a confirmation. He didn't get a confirmation. He never figured out that he didn't get it. And yeah, they got messed up. And I did call him a couple of weeks ago to confirm that yes, he was coming because we were so excited that yes, he was coming that I just knew that I got a confirmation. We should have gotten the same one. So my error to call him should have followed up. So there you have it. Very cool on me and words. I'm going to show you something today. And I have to use two computers because this computer is kind of messed up. Sort of, yes, get this one show. And I'm going to move over here. Take a look.
And they still have tickets for the murder mystery on Saturday.
Oh.
All right. Oh, it's not nice to look at. Yeah, I think she. Okay. Well, anyway. This is an audio book. I was going to show you the screen, but my screen is not presentation mode. And it won't show it to me unless it's. Take about 4 minutes. Microsoft doesn't make things funny. The book is part of the series, and it's called, it's written by Michael Douglas. It's definitely science fiction. This is book 2. This is volume 1. So it's kind of like 2 volumes. One book theme has 2 volumes. So this is the first. This is the second book, and this is volume 1, and then I'll get volume 2. But one of the things I like about this series is they have what we call autographics, and it's almost like listening to a Disney movie. So let's see if I can find. Anyway, I'm going to let you listen to this. I'm hoping that I can capture on my computer what it sounds like. This would be a day of real. Okay, for Marguerite, yes. Yeah. You put on a time to talk about that science fiction when you're still. So I have one staff.
Yeah.
So I'm Katie Schmidt, you probably see me up there at the circulation desk, and I run our science fiction book club. It meets the first Sunday of every month at 5 p.m. And I know when you hear science fiction, you think, well, I'm not really into science fiction. And that's when I took it over, I would not like science fiction at all. But actually, science fiction has changed through the years. It kind of melded into, you have your regular science fiction, you think of Star Trek, Star Wars. But also fantasy is in there as well. So you have Lord of the Rings, you know, some of the dragon stuff that's coming on, like what she talked about here, the Iron Flame, or Fourth Wing, which is the first book in the series. But also speculative fiction is involved with science fiction as well. And that can deal with alternate universes, dealing with Schrodinger's cat, where you don't know if the cat is actually alive in the box or not until you open the box, but that experiment void. So there's lots of different things with science fiction. So our group actually doesn't just do the hard science fiction with Star Wars and Star Trek. We try to.
If you could stop dancing around.
So. We have a few new books with that. Also, some of the science fiction is going into mystery as well. So if you ever want to try to give our little science fiction section a chance or come to the group and see what we're all about, you sure can. This one deals with mysteries. And then this one, The Other Valley, these are new ones that are not on the shelf yet. This one by Scott Alexander Howard is very interesting. It starts out with a young girl one day is looking across the lake and she sees this old couple. And she thinks, well, what's over there? We'll come to find out that is her and her husband years in the future. And so across the lake is actually the far distance future. And she comes to find out behind her is the past, and then the present is in the middle. So this deals exactly with like Schrodinger's cat experiments. There's a few other ones here. This is the debut author, Floating Hotel by Grace Curtis. And it deals with an actual hotel that's in space that floats around, and they have visitors that come to it. Now, this would be more of a hardcore science fiction that you're used to, like Star Trek and Star Wars. So there's lots of different books out there if you ever want to. Again, we meet Sundays, the first Sunday of every month at 5 p.m.
If your weather cooperates.
Yes, if the weather cooperates, like this last week with the Death Star, we did cancel. So we're actually meeting this Sunday at 5 o'clock. So you're always welcome to come.
Thank you. Did you want one?
Yeah.
Thank you. Barbara, because she works the front desk, she actually is the first one to just open the book. If you were going to process a book, Alicia orders the books, and then we get the box of books, and Kate gets the receipt and put it in order for Alicia and do some stuff for her. And so she knows what's coming in. So the book I wanted to let you hear about, if you start seeing on Hoopla and Sunflowers, there's a little symbol up on the left-hand side that says graphic audio. It's almost like listening to a Disney book. And the reason this wasn't working is because this HDMI was keeping this from talking to this somehow. So
This unbearable tension and break it. He leans down, his mouth. Hey, I feel a familiar prickle along my scalp, and I know Zayden has filed into the battle brief room with the rest of the remaining cadets and leadership. Professor De Vera jumps right into today's brief, but I find it difficult to pay attention. Today marks 6 years since Brennan was killed. He'd be a captain by now, or maybe even a major, given the way his career had taken off. Maybe he'd be married. Maybe I'd be an aunt. Maybe our father's heart wouldn't have given out that first time from the strain of losing him. Or that final time, that spring 2 years ago. Take me to bed. I mentally blurred out.
There you go. So, did you take music?
You doing all right?
Liam comes my way as parents and daughter both take the few steps they need to access the water. Stay with parents, starts. She's a shiny target with bar for the protection of the bills.
I should have left her beside us. What the hell was I thinking?
It's just
Riddle around here. She's just a kid.
So that one was the big dragon, and a darn and so you get all this music and all the sound of, usually you get somebody who's red, and they're wonderful, and I love them. But when you get to see a graphic audio with a little rainbow red go on top, you'll know that you have something that's more dramatized. There's like 11 different voices in that book. And so I've noticed that on Hoopla, most of them are science fiction, unfortunately. In fact, they say there's about 8 or 10 other genres. I just haven't found them. So when you see one that says graphic novel on the left hand, where you can just look that up, and you can do it through Sunflower or Libby or Hoopla. I really enjoyed that recently. And the library made this book, so we will teach you that, tell you that also. So let me go back to some books that we have. So Alicia orders the books. I don't believe this. Okay, just so you know, somebody wants to sign in the back. It's the librarian who does all this evil stuff or whatever. We order what people want to read in our community. We have community people that want to read things. And a lot of them like to read James Patterson. And so Alicia will see a new book, she'll order it, Katie will get it, and then they'll receive it, and then they'll process it. And all of our staff get to help process it. And so when we say, well, it's not out yet, that's why we're processing it for you. So this is James Patterson's nonfiction, and it is the favorite bias of booksellers and librarians. We all need to know this one. I haven't read it yet. We have it in large print, just for regular large print, and it says true stories of the magic of reading. So I'm really quite excited about what he did for that, and so that's new. That will be out probably in a week. Another one, Toxic Prey. This is Lucas and Letty Davenport series by John Sanders, and it's usually quite good and fun. I like John Sanders, and I like that series. Another one that's different is Chanel Clayton. She's written all the books about Cuba. So if you haven't read any of her books, it starts from when Cuba was taken over by Fidel Castro and how the revolution came and how the families went through it. The first book is about the great granddaughter going to Cuba and learning about what happened. And so each time there's something about Cuba in one of these books. That's what it is. I'm gonna read some more. The Cemetery of Untold Stories by Julia Alvarez. You may have read hers. Hey, here's another one you might enjoy, The Murder of Mr. Monk by John Shea. Let's see.
So this one is by Heather Graham, The Reader Follows. And she mostly writes mystery suspense, I believe. Then this one, She's Not Sorry by Mary Kaluza.
And again, Mystery She Wrote, Local Woman Missing, that was very popular on TikTok and different websites I know. Somehow by Anne Lamott, on Thoughts of Love.
And she wrote, You Pray Love, no, continue.
Didn't she? No, it was 3 words, but not that. That was somebody else who wrote these. Something.
She wrote something about forward.
Yes, yeah, 3 prayers. Hell, 3, hell. Hell,
Yeah.
yes. Hell. And she wrote like further thoughts on something. Yeah, it's really good. Anyway, just 3 words.
The Sicilian Inheritance by Joe Pizzazza, historical fiction, like.
That was just quite good.
B.A. Paris wrote The Guest, and I believe that is a mystery as well. This one's a science fiction one by Brandon Sanderson. It's called The Sunlit Man.
We're gonna get you to read something different. It's not that we don't like to read what you read already.
This one actually is good for young adults as well as adults. It's called The Warrior Girl Unearthed, and it deals with a Native American girl. So there is some tribal stuff in there, and it's a very good book.
We actually read her book. She was the same author that did Fire Keeper's Daughter. So we just did that, and that one, this one here. So we just did that one. Did a letters of literature on that one last January. So this is the same one, but she's really good.
And in this one as well, she deals with Native American issues as well, on the reservations.
Yeah. For young adults. And it was good for adults, all these other women. When we reviewed this book, some of them haven't read it, wanted to go back and read it. So I think this is book 2 of this series. Really good.
For those of you that like darker fiction, this is a fantasy. It deals with magic. It's called The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. Bardugo. And she does write darker fiction, just to warn you on that, but she is a very good author.
I think I can do this. I don't know, my throat was itchy. Until August by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And it is the winner of the Nobel Prize, so if you care about that. Okay, yeah. Okay. It's a small book, so we'll take it. If you don't like it, you can start it. If you love it, finish it. And not finish it. Okay. TJ Fox, oh, you'll love him. 3-inch Teeth. This is the Joe Pickett novel. So the last one was about winter, and this one is Joe Pickett novels are really good. They live in Montana, Wyoming, those areas, and he's kind of a warden for animals and stuff up there. He gets in all kinds of trouble. So, and tries to protect people. Really good. Songbird Oakville by Kim Vogel, and I've tried to get her as a speaker. She's a Kansas author, and it's really nice book and a really nice series that she's written. I just can't get her here. So it's the Songbird Oakville. So best-selling author of Read It Song. You'll enjoy that. And then The Wide Sea, Imperial Ambition, First Contact as a Space with Final Voyage with Captain James. So this will be nonfiction. And then Irene Hannon, a love story, Sam Castleton. That would be a love story. It'll be fun. All right, guys. San Diego Case Files by Karen Rose. It's called Cheater. So that one will be really, Karen Rose makes a really good histories and, trying to figure out and some of our authors are new because some of the older authors are getting older, and so we're picking up some of our authors. People suggest them. Nick Petrie, The Price You Pay, a Peter Ash novel. And so that ought to be, I haven't read Peter Ash novel. I'll probably have to do a review on it. And then City in Ruins, by Don Wilson, that one is really good. It's going to be a really good book. He's a good author. Um, let's see. Oh, here's one. This one is, it's supposed to be short stories. So if you read The Gentleman in Moscow, this is a big toll, you know, about Moscow and Russia being taken over. Basically when they became communist and how some of the people in Russia were treated and the royal people, the royal family and others, and just what happened. So this gentleman did Gentleman in Moscow, and he's now come up with people too. And it said this short stories in here about something about that. So it's a really old author. You'd want to read it. If you like literature, you'll want to read it. It's just the way he writes. Just, I don't know. Tracy Peterson, they love Discover, that's brand new. And then if you're looking for something new to enjoy or cook, or just want something new to do, or, you know, I'll get the latest cookbook, which is Indulge by Valerie Bertolini. And, yep, it's got all kinds of things in there. Smoked salmon dip. I haven't looked at that. And then if you really want to learn to cook something in real life. I don't know where they get these titles, but again, more and more cookbooks, you almost have to judge a cookbook by its pictures. Because if you get a cookbook that doesn't have pictures, then that's just being fake. If you go online, cookbooks must have those pictures, and it shows something, so judge this is by pictures, sorry.
And it's country of origin.
And it's country of origin.
Don't buy it, it's from the UK.
Why is that? Because they're not good.
They're terrible.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Now, let me tell you one more thing. This doesn't have anything to do with our newest book. So this is the pipeline. We're going to be doing letters and literature that I've talked about. And this is about a young man growing up in Afghanistan. I think it was written about 2003, might be 2008. But it's once again, it's the Kansas Humanity special book in 2003, I'm right. But it's a really excellent book about growing up in Afghanistan. And Afghanistan is being thrown back into that whole mess, you know, with the Taliban. So you'll want to read this to get a real understanding. Can't take this. There's more books there. You can have to look at. You just can't take them, okay? And then we have a whole bunch of little kid books. Oh, here's one. Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintura. And it looks like it's done, and it's a the Good Morning American Book Club. And sometimes they have really good recommendations. But in some parts of it looks like people's names on it. Listen to the live podcast by Bill and stuff. It'll be an interesting written book. It's not just, sometimes you just get a book and you read it all the way through. But this one looks like you can have to go back and forth. It's got some things, podcasts, who said what, and you'll have to kind of read it. So they're trying to get creative in writing and presenting books. That's what we have. I am so happy that you guys came to lunch in spite of the fact that Peter didn't come.
I'd say good job carrying on. Yeah, very good. That's on there.
Because as soon as he got the same email I did. And he didn't. So, anyway, thank you for coming. If you want to look at something we have, come over here. We also have a bunch of really cool books. And when you get a breakfast or what do you call it? Breakfast and books, she'll have them on our table. You can check them out and reserve them and stuff. So, and these aren't quite ready yet. Thank you for coming.